Canadian Stig reporting for Garden Superspeedway Park. This is the evidence of the incline shown by water. Water doesn't lie. That the track has from pretty far back. Now, here is where some fluid is at its farthest and retreating at the 770, just at the 775 line, moving out to the 10. Now, each of these spaces between the major numbers are the length of a standard piece of interlocking flooring, laminate flooring. Give you an idea, so they're about a yard long each, I think. And back here, at its deepest, we're at the far end anyways, the 525 line. And look at how quickly, how deep it gets. So we're still in a pretty deep incline. Right down to the 575. That seems to be right about the middle, the deepest point. You've just come down, you've got the most speed you're possibly going to get, and if you're still in a straight line, now the entire rest of the way is this slow incline. See how the water is rubbing against the blue? It's partly why the blue is the inspired part to the color and the art of the paint scheme of it. It's full of, see now it's already starting to thin out pretty quickly. It takes a long time actually, so all the way back from 575 being the deep spot, 2 whole more yards, still an incline, right up here to the 575. So 2 full yards of slow incline all the way up to the 9, between the 9 and the 10. And this, the distance between 9 and 10 is only a quarter, but the incline right here is this bubbles. As smooth as it is, this little incline here creates an immediate slowdown. The cars aren't fast enough, and it's almost very impossible for some slowish kind of cars to get past here. This is a pretty, only the fastest, straightest cars often make it past there. And we're just messing around with our stock ones and throwing as many down as we can find and watch them go before you get into the big incline where this comes together, flexible. It's like I'm playing with self-adhesive all-weather paper mache and molding it. More layers to go on, more paint colors. The thing is sand through it, and hopefully it should give me some nebula-like colors in the background, and then I'm going to put another kind of art on top with some cutout paper and things like that. Try to create something that looks like a universe, some galaxies and nebulas. But the incline, right? So when you're watching, you see how far these cars get and how they start to slow down. That's the slow incline that they get. Right from the very bottom of the hill, it's not increasing continually until here you start having an incline back there. The rule is to stay off the wall. It does have a life of its own, just like a real world wall. Rocky Edge, Joe Road, but the middle is virtually glassy smooth, except for where this new paint has gone on. Or some bumps like this one. Of course, this one is a difficult one to keep track of. A bit of a bump there. This one, this bump is pretty good. If you can get it in the right spot in your suspension or non-suspension, the balance of wheel wiggle and not wiggle, you can get over this actually pretty nicely. There are quite a few cars that do it very well. This looks worse than it really is. but the whole space, the red, all the different layers, all the different colors represent the different layers, trying to smooth it out. It's like a guide on how much smoother it is by all the new layers that happen. This spot actually lost a big chunk of the clear coat here. The duct tape is coming through. It's still pretty smooth though, but it's a hazard. The colors, the reds represent the hazards, different degree of hazard. This is newly forming. This makes for a nice little jump. There's a high ridges right here. These high ridges from other layers of tape. That's starting to peel a tiny little bit. So this is very straight. This is all being interesting, like potholes, filling them in. And the back wall here coming off the half pipe. It used to be a trampoline, and this whole area was orange. And it looked like the gymnastics runoff area. Now it's become an icy half pipe, like a skateboard track. Cars do run and drive across this side here, come across, and then try to do barrel rolls and catch themselves. Some do, some don't, coming out of there. Or else, if you've got a really good line, you just come straight across the middle, blow down some speed, almost get air. You can hear cars get light coming off of that hill before they head down there, and those are the ones, if they can stay straight at the bottom and don't hit their terminal velocity and throw the ABS on, they can climb high into the 40s, which is the white dots. And the white dots down there and the measuring tape beside it, 40s go up into the 20 line there in the gray on the right. So that's really high. I have a few cars that have done that. Cool. And the death box claims cars. You get caught in the death box, you're dead. Race is over. This has been interesting. There's a lot of harsh flex in the track to get it to here. I had to bend the thing with a couple 300-400 pounds underneath it to pull this curve into it. Lots of duct tape up here. This has got a big spot, right, that's under a lot of pressure. So I put some new paper there to really work that one in. And the rest look worse than they are. They're actually really, really smooth the rest of the way up. Going up into the alpine areas, the multi-peaks of the Snow Leopard mountain range. Come and challenge your builders. Come and challenge the Dino Run. Can you get through the canyon and make it to outer space? Garden Superspeedway Park. YouTube, Facebook. Please like and subscribe. Comment. Tell me what you think, please. We can race the super trucks. I love those. And premiums are really good on here too. Over and out.